I keep myself from falling down. I don't know how I'm still standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. I don't know how I keep myself from falling down. I don't know how I'm still standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. Everybody want me to change. Everybody want me to. Everybody want me to change. I don't feel like changing who I am. I don't wanna live my life for someone else. Tearing up my soul to make you please.
Welcome my Podbean family.
I don't wanna be a ghost in your chains. I don't know how I keep myself from falling down. I don't know how I'm still standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. You keep wishing for me to change.
Welcome Emmy J to the studio.
Everybody want me to change. 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 I don't know how I keep myself from falling down. I don't know how I'm still standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. I don't know how I keep myself from falling down. I don't know how I'm still standing on the ground. I don't know why you keep wishing for me to change. Everybody want me to change. Everybody want me to. Everybody want me to change. I don't feel like changing who I am. I don't wanna live my life for someone else. Lately I've been hoping that you are thinking of me. And I know it's all gone bad, but I'm holding on to memories. They cloud my eyes and blind me. Oh, I'm overthinking. Why is that so easy? As I'm walking out the door, you know I won't go. So we keep fucking screaming more. There's nothing left to fight for. I see it in your eyes. You're acting like you're chained up, arms are tied. Why won't you fight for me?
Welcome Emma Joe to the studio audience.
Why won't you fight for me?
We're going to get started in just a couple moments.
On my birthday, you said that you would always stay. Forever's over me. I should go, but I don't want you to follow. I'm done overthinking. You'll miss me tomorrow. We can't go back, can't turn to that. I'm tired, why won't you fight for me? When we're together, I'm alone. Why won't you fight for me? When we say that I love you, we don't mean it how we used to. You're acting like you're chained up, all the time. Why won't you fight for me?
Welcome EB Mama 90 to the studio audience. We'll be starting in just a couple moments. Hang on, and thank you so much for joining us today here on the special Saturday edition. You are now tuning in to Honors Radio, the smoothest sounds on the airwaves, with your host, Dangerous Dante Smith, and our co-host, Emmy J. Let's work. Let's work. Let's work. Come on.
Just know that I'ma come back to you, baby. You gon' be by my side.
And thank you so much for tuning in to Honors Radio on this beautiful Saturday evening edition with your host Dangerous Dante and co-host Emmy J, where we are serving up the nation's top news 3 days a week from Podbean Live. So go ahead, do me a favor, sit back and relax as we serve up the nation's top stories to keep you informed on your drive, or just simply relaxing and chilling at the crib. From our nation's top stories to our topic of the day, we always cover it all. Remember to join me 3 days a week from Podbean Live. And don't forget to comment, share, and subscribe. Let everyone know Honors Radio is live. Our listeners now also have the option to join the conversation through our website, honorsradio.com. Go ahead and click the link and step right into the studio audience and join the conversation. Check out our new blog and new blog articles as well. Just one posted last week. Do not forget to check it out, titled Start Treating Acne at the Root of the Problem. Link is available in the description of the show. You will need to copy and paste that link into the browser because for some reason Podbean is acting a little funny. Now, welcome also to our co-host Emmy J to our Saturday edition of Honors Radio. She will be popping in sooner or later here. She is currently working on the merch for Honors Radio, so we do appreciate her for that as well. If you would like to show your support during the show while on the Podbean app, bottom right, each listener can support and send Honors Radio a gift, which is virtual currency through the app. If you feel the need or urge to support, just click the gift icon and throw some beans down. Now, all gifts are greatly appreciated as we continue to build Honors Radio and our platform. Periodically, you will hear this sound.
Throw some beans down. Throw some beans down, baby. Throw some beans down.
That simply signifies that, hey, it's a chance to show your support and love for what we are doing here at Honors Radio. Also, if you want your comment highlighted by the host, yours truly, Dangerous Dante, go ahead and send a super chat, and you can find that at the bottom left of the app as well. I've also added a link to become a patron of Honors Radio, so head over to patreon.com/Honors Radio to become a patron, and each new patron will receive free Honors Radio swag. Be a part of the select few to see behind the scenes footage, patrons only shows and segments like Double D Sports Talk, as well as patrons only topics of the day discussions. We also have our merchandise that will be available soon as well, mugs, t-shirts, even sweatshirts that will be available for Honors Radio listeners. Well, that is enough with all of that housekeeping. It always is so much, but we got to get it out to you anyway it goes. So let's go ahead and get down to the national news. Los Angeles City Council passed a sweeping anti-camping measure, Thursday to remove the widespread homeless encampments that have been becoming an eyesore across the city. Now, the measure was billed as a compassionate approach to get people off the streets and restore access to public spaces in the city with the nation's second largest homeless population. Now, this could possibly be a criminalized problem. Could criminalize the problem. Now, is what they're saying. Now, among other limits, the ordinance that passed 13-2 would ban sitting, lying, sleeping, or storing personal property that blocks sidewalks, streets, and bike lanes or near driveways, fire hydrants, schools, daycare centers, libraries, homeless shelters, and parks. So pretty much anywhere that you would find a homeless individual. It wouldn't be enforced in some locations until someone has turned down an offer of shelter, and the council has passed a resolution placing the space off limits, posting signs, and giving 2 weeks notice. 2 weeks notice. Now, under the ordinance approved, police would only get involved if it's a crime. So they're not going to get involved, obviously. Excuse me. And people who resist leaving would actually be fined rather than arrested. So that's a good thing. We don't need more individuals in the jail system based off of them being homeless and not having anywhere to go. It just doesn't make sense. Now, the city of Los Angeles has an estimated homeless population of more than 40,000, which is second only to New York. Now, how they estimate a population of homeless individuals or homeless people, I do not know. I should have did my research on that. So I will have to do my research on that and find out what are they utilizing in order to get that statistics, because they don't have addresses. They're not in the census, right? Then, so where are you getting that statistical that factor from? Anyway, encampments have steadily grown over several years and often sprawl entire blocks. I have seen it myself when we went to when we visited California, to my hometown Oakland. Uh, there's homeless encampments all up and down the streets. Where else did we go, Emmy J? Vegas. There's a great good amount of homeless population as well. Austin, they had a huge encampment. I remember saying, actually, I was driving when I was on my way to work one day, and we used to always see right off the side of the highway in Austin. There's like a washer and dryer. Somebody had like pretty much a whole life set up right off the highway. You can literally see them. Had a washer and dryer. I mean, it was crazy. But they looked like they were comfortable until they weren't there anymore. And then it looks like they came back and started all over again, pretty much. So it doesn't take long. You can get rid of it, but if you're not helping or coming with a solution to the homelessness, besides just trying to get them off of the street by, arresting them or giving them tickets, you're gonna have to find them resolutions or some kind of solution in order to fix the issue in a lot of these big cities. And a lot of people want to be homeless. A lot of people don't want to have to deal with paying bills and dealing with the everyday struggles of life. Believe me, sometimes I wish I didn't have to pay bills. I wish that was the case, but unfortunately, it is not. But we can all, it's all wishful thinking. We can all wish we don't have bills, but we absolutely do. So I hope they find a solution besides giving out tickets and putting people in jail, because that's not going to do anything to help our situation when it comes to homelessness. Now, in other national news, we have some damn diddlers in the place to be. Damn diddlers, damn diddlers. Now, the Boy Scouts of America has reached an $850 million agreement with attorneys representing over 60,000 victims of child sex abuse in what could prove to be a pivotal moment in the organization's bankruptcy case. I haven't really known too much about Boy Scouts of America. I've never been involved in the program or the organization in myself. The settlement would mark one of the largest sums in U.S. history involving cases of sexual abuse. It was like a total of 84,000 victims, which is a crazy amount on a lawsuit. Right. That is a crazy amount on a lawsuit. Now, I'm glad I was never associated with such an organization. I wouldn't have to kill somebody trying to diddle me. And my love and respect goes out to the victims of and all the pain that they went through dealing with these fools, people who are supposed to be guiding them in the right direction are taking advantage of their authority. Now, the victims do deserve every penny, which comes to actually, I believe I did the math. It was about $10,119 a person. That's what 850 million divided by 84,000 would be. I believe I did that math right. So they absolutely deserve every single penny of that, and a lot more. Honestly, $10,000 is nothing. $10,000 is nothing compared to the pain and suffering, lifelong that you may be going through. So, if anyone have experiences, good or bad, with the Boy Scouts of America, give us a call or shoot us an email and let us know. We'd love to discuss. Email is honorsradioshow@gmail.com. In other national news, the latest alarming coronavirus variant is exploiting low global vaccination rates and a rush to ease pandemic restrictions. Now, as we know, this Delta variant is coming through and wiping out a lot of the other countries that are not properly vaccinated or don't have the proper quantity necessary to vaccinate all of their people. Now, the vaccines most used in Western countries still appear to offer strong protection against the highly contagious Delta variant, like the one you have, MEJ. You should be okay with fighting off this Delta variant. First identified, looks like in India, and now spreading to more than 90 other countries. So it's actually really spreading quite rapidly. And obviously, it's gonna when it's here with us in the United States. People that are unvaccinated, such as myself, are more at risk when it comes to something that's more contagious. Just hopefully, my immune system is able to fight off any of that nonsense, and the Lord has got my back. Now, the World Health Organization warned this week. That's not on. No, it wasn't. You had to push the button, babe. Come on, Emmy J. Never mind. Come on. Now, the World Health Organization warned this week that the trifecta of easier to spread strains, insufficiently immunized populations, and a drop in mask use and other public health measures before the virus is better contained will delay the end of the pandemic. Most people are out here thinking that the pandemic is over based off of them having their vaccination, but honestly, it's still continuing on for those of us who aren't vaccinated, and for those who who are vaccinated, because you can still get it, you just can't die from it. That's the honest fact right there. So as long as you know that fact, you're okay. Now, a lot of people identify as being vaccinated. Welcome, Skylar, to the studio audience here at Honors Radio. Go ahead and hit that share button and let everyone know Honors Radio is live. Now, amid the concerns about the variant, parts of Europe have even reinstated travel quarantines. Several, give me 1 second here. Not taking call-ins at this point, Skylar. I do apologize about that. Let me get through this here, and we will have to be taking call-ins in about 10 minutes. Now, amid concerns about the variant, parts of Europe have reinstated travel quarantines. Several Australian cities are in outbreak-sparked lockdowns. And just as Japan readies for the Olympics, some visiting athletes are infected. We are in California. We are in Texas, in the United States, Skylar. Representing the United States, we appreciate you joining us here today at Honors Radio. Go ahead and hit that share button. This will be serve up the nation's top news 3 days a week from Podbean Live. So go ahead and share with your friends, your family, and let them know we are live. And we are talking about right now this new Delta variant that's been spreading across the country as we speak. With the lockdown right now, looks like in Europe, they're reinstating travel quarantines, and several Australian cities are even in outbreak sparked lockdowns. So it is truly going down right now. The mutation is causing worry, even in countries with relatively successful immunization campaigns. Now, that's including us here in America. Okay, now the variant poses the most danger in countries where vaccinations are sparse. Africa is right now actually seeing cases rise faster than ever before, partially driven by this mutation. The Delta variant remains far from the only version of the coronavirus that's been spreading, though. I believe there's Alpha. Let me go. Yeah, there's Alpha, Beta, and Gamma also being of concern in some parts of the world. I literally almost thought about getting the vaccination myself when my son arrived out here for the summer, and I just knew that I wanted to keep him safe. But then I just couldn't find a way to convince myself that this is a chance I'm willing to take, and what it might do to my already reduced lifespan, or conflicting with my already health concerns. Uh, Yale Medicine is saying that the Delta variant is the most contagious strain first identified back in 2020. So we definitely want to keep an eye on this Delta strain, and I will keep everyone updated as I learn more. I will pass that information along to you. Absolutely. In other and last other and then the last other national news story, the state of Ohio that launched that national movement to offer millions of dollars in incentives to boost vaccination rates plan to conclude its program Wednesday, unable to crack the 50% vaccination threshold, which I knew that wasn't going to happen. But you try to bribe people and you get what you can get. Now, we knew not everyone could be bought. Now, Governor Mike DeWine on May 12th announced the incentive program said the incentive program had the desired effect, leading to 43% boost in state vaccination numbers over the previous week. But numbers of vaccinations have dropped since then. Now, multiple other states followed Ohio's lead, including Louisiana, Maryland, New York State, with the impact on vaccinations hard to pin down. Under New Mexico's Vax to Max sweepstakes program, the vaccinated residents could win prizes from a pool totaling $10 million. So there's absolutely money out there and incentives out there to get these vaccinations. The rewards include a $5 million grand prize that will be drawn later this summer. So there are still states that are having these incentive programs going on, but the state of Ohio is actually closing theirs down. They did not receive the amount that they didn't get to the threshold that they thought they were going to get to based off of the incentives that they were given. Next up, it's time to wrap. That's right. It's that part of the show when we throw out fire topics, just some random rapid fire topics, and discuss the nonsense that is in the news. I believe Emmy J will be joining us as well as we discuss some of that crap that I can't hear you, Emmy J. I think you need to talk a little bit louder on it.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, there she is, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll be right back with more Honors Radio and your host, Dangerous Dante, and co-host, Emmy J. American Family Safety. Here in America, we help our neighbors, our friends, and of course, our families. In the face of adversity. In recent years, it seems as though the challenges are confronting us more and more frequently. Hurricanes, floods, forest fires, tornadoes, and mudslides, terrorism, and even the threat of nuclear attack. Once these problems arise, it's often too late to take the precautions you need to keep your family safe. Fortunately, there is a family-owned company that has dedicated itself for 3 generations to sharing these needed values. American Family Safety offers emergency preparedness products and kits for the home, car, school, and office, including for those beautiful pets. This includes safety kits, first aid kits, emergency food, blankets, flashlights, and even water supplies. Everything a family would need to protect themselves in a disaster situation. The 72 emergency survival kits were built based on the recommendations of the Department of Homeland Security and FEMA, and is fully customizable. In addition to these products, AFS also provides a library with updated articles, tips, and resource guides, which will help families deal with emergencies. It's the sort of thing everyone needs and can use, but doesn't think about even purchasing. Well, now here is the time to get your family prepared. Run over to AmericanFamilySafety.com and use the promo code HONORS10 for your 10% off of your emergency preparedness kit. BrainPill.com. And we are back with Honors Radio and your hosts, Dangerous Dante, and our co-host, our beautiful co-host, Emmy J.
Hey.
Hey, what's going on, Emmy J?
Nothing, I was working on that merch.
I appreciate you for joining us today and working so hard on that merch.
Over here like
Got the shirts looking beautiful with our new logo.
Show the folks.
Boomer.
Show the folks that can see.
Can you see? The new merch popping is coming together?
I made that.
You know, we do how we do over here, trying to get this going. Now, it is time to wrap. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. It's that time of the show. We're just going to throw out some rapid fire topics and discuss some of the nonsense that maybe hit the news or maybe showed up on your airwaves this week. Now, Felicia Rashad has found herself embroiled in a little itty bitty controversy after expressing public support for Mr. Bill Cosby and his release from prison. Why they hating? Now, with some prominent black voices calling for her dismissal as Dean of Howard University's College of Fine Arts. I could have swore she just got that job. Didn't she just get that job?
Yeah.
I could have swore she just got that job. Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves. Leave Felicia alone. She ain't trying to do nothing but better herself and better educate our black men's and women's, right?
Yeah.
All right. Howard University is a historical black university, right? I believe it is. I think.
Yeah.
Now, it remains to be seen whether Rashad's position at Howard is in jeopardy, but the university quickly distanced themselves, of course, from her comments, which was simply after the ruling. Rashad tweeted a picture of Cosby with the message, "Finally, a terrible wrong is being righted. a miscarriage of justice is corrected. Her own opinion. I don't have a problem with her opinion. Do you believe it's appropriate for her to lose her job over supporting Bill Cosby?
No, I mean, considering the fact that they have a history.
A lot of history, and he didn't diddle her.
Well, that we know of.
Well, I mean, if he did, she ain't saying nothing, and she's still supporting.
You keep saying diddle. That's like your new word of the week.
I don't know why I say diddle, but I've been saying.
No, I mean it's
little.
It's expected. Police were shot. They were the Cosbys forever, so of course she's gonna support her friend.
Yeah, but I'm sure there's a lot of people from the Cosbys that probably distance themselves from
Oh, I'm sure they did.
Right, so they've distanced themselves from Cosby at the very beginning. Like I'm sure Raven Simone. I don't know how she acts, how she's is with them as far as their current situation. Excuse me. You know, who knows? Who about Theo? What's his name?
Malcolm Jamal.
Oh, my bad, Malcolm. Malcolm Jamal Warner.
Yes.
Yeah. He's a good actor. Great actor. I
really
like Malcolm.
Not so good that you remembered his name.
I like Malcolm and Eddie. That was good. Good. That was a show he was in.
Oh, okay.
Look at you. You know his name, but you don't know the shows he was in.
Well, I knew his name.
You don't know the shows he was in.
But anyway.
Now, when did the world become like so soft and everything is so quick to get canceled? I mean,
where have you been? Because this has been a minute.
I just the cancel culture is crazy, man. It's ridiculous. Makes absolutely no sense.
You're basically canceling like everything that was relevant to us.
Absolutely everything that's relevant. But, because everything that we were watching, I guess, had some kind of sexual backdraw or sexual innuendo or something.
Music did.
Like, come on, man. Everything can't be you canceling Barney over here, okay? I'm just kidding. They canceled Barney?
They probably canceled Barney too.
We can't cancel Barney because he was like, I love you. You love me. We're best. No, that was
kiss from me to you.
That was wrong one. Was it?
I don't even
I think there was a couple of them where the naughty ones.
Bruh.
When you're a kid, you make up dirty ones,
I remember the dirty songs to the Jingle Bells, Batman Smells.
I go.
I'm not singing that.
Where they go, Jingle Bells, Batman smells, Robin laid an egg. The Batmobile lost his will.
They cancel that because they're talking about people laying eggs and stuff, I'm sure.
Oh, good times. Now, and other wrap up news. Ladies and gentlemen, we have naked nuggets. No. We have naked nuggets. Well, kind of.
Nuggets without salt?
Kind of naked nuggets. Police arrested an Ankeny man Saturday after he allegedly threatened to blow up a McDonald's restaurant for neglecting to include his dipping sauces with his order of chicken nuggets. It goes down when you don't get your nuggets, except for if you're my son, then he'll eat them naked nuggets. He's the only man I know that eats some naked nuggets. But, I mean, if you like naked nuggets, you in his clan. But you ain't in this man's clan because he called a bomb threat in. Television station Who 13 reports that police in Des Moines suburb, I believe that's Idaho, arrested the 42-year-old man after he admitted to investigators that he called the Ankeny restaurant Saturday evening upon realizing his order mistakenly didn't include any dipping sauces.
Who are these people and why are they calling the police? Like I saw
it's implied to have the dipping sauces.
Well, I saw a TikTok video where the lady called 911 because they didn't make her Western cheeseburger right. And
people are nuts.
911 operator was like, "What do you want us to do?" And she's like, "Well, you're supposed to protect me." It's like from the wrong cheeseburger. What?
You're literally wasting my time, right? You're literally wasting my time.
Right. Somebody could be dying while you're complaining about your Western cheeseburger. Like priorities, people.
During the call, he actually threatened to blow up the restaurant and punch an employee. Wow. This man did not like naked nuggets. He did not like them. And the man was charged with a felony, of false report of an explosive or incendiary device. Good for him. I hope he got the sauce that he was looking for. The special sauce.
I like Big Mac sauce on nuggets. That's kind of good.
I thought you said you was going to order you some Big Macs, some Big Mac. You better hurry up and order it.
I'm glad I'm not live anymore.
What?
Because Joseph could have seen that you were talking about the McDonald's.
Dose, welcome to the live studio. We do appreciate you joining us here at Honors Radio. Go ahead and hit that share button and let everyone know Honors Radio is live. And do me a favor, go ahead and hit the follow button as well. We appreciate it. Next up in Maine, a man in Maine tried to post a $200 bail with counterfeit bills. Clown. Let me slap him. Slap him. I'm going to slap him again. Yes. $200. He tried to pay a $200 bail with counterfeit bills, according to the local sheriff's department. Now, deputies responding to the report of a stolen vehicle in Waterboro early Sunday morning stopped a man just walking nearby, arrested him on an outstanding warrant for theft at a Walmart. The man said he had enough money to post $200 bail. He said, "I got the money right here." Hand the money over to the bail commissioner, and he tried to pay that. Two $100 bills. Denied. And his bail was then again denied, and he was returned to jail with additional charges of forgery. So obviously,
Why would you try to pass? This is the same people that call 911 for their Western people.
it's just the silliest shit. It's just silly. But I gotta give him points for trying, ladies and gentlemen. At least he tried. He was like, "Man, if this works, it works. If it doesn't, shit, I'm going to jail anyway." It is what it would. Additional charge be that it may, but if he would have got away with it, he would have been a hero for the books, at least in his circle. Because not a hero to me. I just think it's hilarious that you did that. But
would have been the man.
Next time, don't do that. But good try though. Good try. Now next up, oh man. Have you ever thought about like have you ever remember the Jetsons? Remember the cartoon Jetsons?
Yeah, George Jetsons.
Right. Yeah. Okay. They had flying cars, right? Remember that?
I do. We're supposed to have those.
We're almost flying, man. We're almost flying. We have flying cars. Now, a Slovakian company took its prototype flying car for a test flight between two cities, spending a total of 35 minutes in the air. The vehicle kind of looked pretty interesting. Now, Klein Vision announced its Air Car Prototype 1. The Air Car reached a maximum cruising speed of 118 miles per hour, which is really good, and I'm extremely impressed. And the trip was about a half as long as a typical drive between two cities. The Air Car, which contains a 160 horsepower BMW engine, is designed to convert into any sports car into a button operated process that takes about 3 minutes to complete. How that's going to work out, I have no idea. Now, the company said it is now working on an Air Car Prototype 2, which will feature a 300 horsepower engine and is expected to cruise at up to 186 miles per hour at 621 miles.
Okay, but that's not going to happen anytime soon because if
they're already doing it.
Well, I know, but I'm saying like you can't actually use it because they're going to have to come up with all new traffic laws for
right, and it'll be our luck that the traffic just follows us up there.
Could you imagine?
There's a big traffic everywhere, up there and down there. Like, man, which way are you going to go?
What if your car's leaking or something, and then you're dripping oil? I don't know how these flying cars are going to.
It's not going to be in our future. I mean, in our lifetime.
What do you mean? I'm living forever.
But it is definitely something that I've always dreamed about, and I believe I've had some conversations with my mom about this because we always talked about Jetsons as when I was a kid, about being alive during the flying vehicles and stuff like that. That would be freaking awesome. Scary. But if
I don't know if I would ever be able to. That was the noise.
I know, man.
I remember that now.
Hey, man, I got the noise. I got the stuff down, man.
Oh, it looks like fireworks are starting.
It's not firework day. That's tomorrow,
It doesn't matter. These idiots out here just start lighting stuff off whenever.
You know how we do it in Texas,
Even though
man.
we live like in not a rural area.
You know how we do it in Texas, man. Now, and we're almost done with our beautiful and amazing Saturday edition of Honors Radio. We're going to take a quick break, then dive into the extremely popular, controversial topic, the Olympics and their outdated ban on marijuana use, and your thoughts on Sha'Carri Richardson and her recent ban. We'll be right back with more Honors Radio and your host, Dangerous Dante, and our beautiful co-host, Emmy J. Brainpill.com, the smart pill, designed to help with boosting memory, increasing cognitive skills, and bettering that everyday brain focus. Brainpill is a natural cognitive booster, a memory bullet for the brain, formulated with high-impact natural ingredients that encourage better blood circulation in the brain and helps improve your short and long-term memory. Brain Pill is designed to help with mental alertness and fight memory loss and clear up that ungodly fog. It's time to be more productive. Tune out those distractions and boost that already beautiful brain of yours. So here is your chance. Run over to brainpill.com and use the promo code HonorsRadio10 for your immediate 10% off.
Throw some beans down. Throw some beans down, baby. Throw some beans down.
It is that time now. We're going to discuss the Olympics and their outdated ban on marijuana use and my thoughts and your thoughts on Sha'Carri Richardson and her recent ban. I will go ahead and open up the phone lines now as we get into our topic. Now, pro leagues are slowly adjusting to reality that marijuana is not a performing enhancing drug. It remains on the ban list for the Olympic sports, as we all know. A reality that will force American sprinter Sha'Carri Richardson to miss the Olympics this month. Now, she is obviously an Olympic sprinter, very fast and very capable Olympic sprinter. And now the reality, shortly after she won the Olympic trials in Oregon last month by a lot, she tested positive for chemicals found in marijuana, obviously THC. Though it was acknowledged that the drug was not used for performance enhancing purposes, Richardson still has had her results erased and received a 1 month ban. 1 month ban and erased. So the work she did and the results that she got no longer exist, ladies and gentlemen. And they're popping these fireworks now. It's ready to go. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy birthday to my brother, William
Did you say Happy
Smith.
New Year?
Huh?
You said Happy New Year to everybody.
I mean, happy 4th of July. And happy birthday to my brother. They're just on another subject, William Smith. I hope you're enjoying your birthday. I know I don't see you in the live studio today. I didn't imagine you being in here on your birthday. So I hope you are enjoying your birthday. Happy old man day to you. And as we continue on, I guess you're first wondering why marijuana is still banned in the Olympics right now.
Actually, what I'm wondering is why they consider it a performance-enhancing drug.
They said they don't consider it a performance-enhancing drug.
When has marijuana ever made anybody faster?
Now, marijuana, in order to be adding to, according to the U.S. Anti-Doping Agency, for something to be added to a prohibited list, it must meet 2 of the 3 inclusion criteria. It poses a health risk to athletes. It has potential to enhance performance, and it violates the spirit of the sport. Now, I don't agree with marijuana being violating the spirit of the sport. It definitely doesn't have any risk to the athletes. And it does not have potential to have an enhancing performance. I think the only thing that I can see it violating, it obviously would be the spirit of the sport. Honestly, that was only the far-fetched as it is. They may see it in a certain light, and the Olympics are seen in a certain light.
Right. And it's sad that, at this day and age, that something like that would stop you. But at the same time, everyone knows the rules.
Yeah, and I understand what you're doing. Know what you're doing. So clearly, in this situation, I have mixed feelings. I see the need for marijuana use. However, I also see why it's banned. I just believe people need to begin to take responsibility and know that there are consequences to their actions. We're all grown here. Beyond your absolute justified reasoning, there is laws and regulations within the sport or activity you perform in, period, regardless what you do. If you have a regular 9 to 5 job, you may, in order to get that 9 to 5 job, you may have to take a drug test. There's some things that you need to do in order to get where you need to go. And sometimes you need to do that certain thing on a consistent basis, like random drug tests, in order to do what you truly want to do in life and what you're happy with doing. So make better decisions is what I can say in that. And I do have this to say.
Stay off the weed, man.
I love that. One more time.
Stay off the weed, man.
Stay off the weed, man.
If you're an Olympic athlete.
If you're an Olympic athlete, stay off the weed, man. Now, if you're in the NFL, you in the NBA, you don't have those issues. Welcome, Desi Rose, for joining. Thank you. We appreciate you joining our Instagram live. Go ahead and pop over to the Podbean Live app. That link is available in the bio. Now, yes, stay off the weed, people, especially when it's your livelihood. You got to know better. Stop giving people excuses for making bad decisions, okay?
She did own it, though. She did say that it was her, but she was dealing with the death of her mother. And
I understand that. But
also at the same time, you know that.
But you know what you're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, that's true.
And
she was expected to win.
And I think the Olympics even lowered hired their nanograms or something, or they lowered it. They hired it so that you would have a bigger
right. So you could
a less of a chance of being caught
you
with
tap into an
right.
edible or something.
Right, and it's supposed to be meant for recent use is what they did the nanograms for, recent use versus what you did like last week.
Right.
So it's supposed to be at a certain level. So they even did that.
Who was it? Was it Michael Phelps that also got?
Yes, Michael Phelps as well is another example of needing to stay off the weed, man. Like Stephen A. says.
Stay off the weed, man.
Please. Anyway. I love that laugh.
On today's Daily Roundup product spotlight,
and I love when I do that all the time.
Right, considering the fact that it's your voice.
It is.
You're over here acting like you got some kind of soundbite. That's you.
That was tight. No, that was my homie Chipmunk.
Chipmunk, that's the pug.
Now, when you're talented and you're in black, you cannot give them any opportunity to put you in your place or their presumptive place for you. When we must be 10 times smarter to get the same respect. And that is no different in sports or in athletics. I'm sure your parents have told you that growing up. Listen, the uproar over the mistake of a grown woman is crazy to me. She knew the Olympic rules before she consumed. Although it was helping her and it was medicinal purposes and also for emotional purposes. That doesn't dispute the fact that it was against the rules, and you know it was against the rules. You knew they don't play. Let's see what they did to Michael Phelps. That's what we were talking about. They stripped him pretty good of all his stuff, didn't they?
I don't remember.
I
just remember he was involved in that.
I believed he got stripped. Now I'm disappointed that another talented black individual is now cut down for something that was highly preventable. Yes, I realize marijuana should absolutely be legal federally, but right now it's not. And just because you reside in a legal state doesn't mean that carries over federally. That should be obvious. Know the law, people, which is why we do Cannabis Top News like 3 times a week. So we can keep our listeners updated on the regulations and changes and things that you can and cannot do within your state, within other states, within sports. It doesn't matter. We try to keep you with all that information so you don't run into situations like this. So Sha'Carri, you need to listen to Honors Radio. Come check us out 3 days a week on Podbean Live. And if you know her, go ahead and add her and let her know. Go ahead and send her my link and let her know my heart's out with you, but you made a shitty decision in life. However, there was a bright side in that. It's like if she maybe with the band, it was only like a 30-day ban. So she can possibly still race in like the 4x100 if some miracle, by some miracle, very small chance.
Yeah, because they're going to set a precedent for this to see if they are willing to kind of be lenient on that, or.
It says they were talking about it needed to go to court and everything. Like there might be court involved.
Right, but she's going to set a precedent for the future.
Hopefully.
Of medicinal cannabis use.
We'll see. I don't think that's going to make any changes until something's done federally about marijuana use. Do you agree with the marijuana ban in the Olympics, or, or do you not agree with it?
I don't, only because I don't foresee people. It's not like she lit a blunt on the way to the stadium. I mean, she used it involved to
Right.
help her cope with a traumatic event.
Right. And whether they use like pills,
Which could be legal.
That's not a good option.
Right.
Or drink. That's not a good option. None of those sound like very appealing options to me. Now, she could appeal the ruling, although it says the athletes, she doesn't plan on appealing any of the ruling. That's based off of the Associated Press said that they got from some familiar people that are familiar with her.
She's owning it. She's taking accountability. She's not crying.
But like, what is your other option in that?
Right, but that doesn't mean, because some people are guilty of sin and they still will try to fight it till the end.
Oh yeah, deny.
Yeah, she's taking ownership of it. She's saying, yes, I made this mistake. This is why I made the mistake, but yet I still made the mistake. I made the choice.
That's true.
And by appealing it, she's basically saying I'm not guilty. So she's owning it and saying I'm guilty of it. It's not fair.
Let me learn my lesson and keep it moving.
Right.
Makes sense.
So, I mean, you have to give her kudos and credit for that. She was definitely.
Well, let's go ahead and give her an applause then.
Yeah. Only a mistake. It's not a lesson learned.
And just do this for me. From now on, just
stay off the weed, man.
Seriously. Stay off the weed. Now.
Throw some beans down. Throw some beans down, baby. Throw some beans down.
Yeah. Anyway, her case is the latest in several doping-related embarrassments for the U.S. track team, including the reigning world champion at 100 meters, Christian Coleman, who is serving a suspension for missing tests, and the American record holder at the 1,500 and 5,000 meters, Shelby Houlihan, who was tested positive for a performance enhancer, and she blamed it on tainted meat in a burrito. What are you, 5?
Tainted meat.
Hey, what did you say? You ate some bad popcorn? Didn't you say that when you were a kid?
Why are we bringing up old shit? But yes, a friend of mine got drunk when we were 15 and started throwing up, and I told my mother she had bad popcorn at the movie theater. I was 15. I was stupid.
That is hilarious. And that is the worst lie. Well, I used to tell some pretty bad lies when I was a child too. But she's not a child. She's a grown woman telling 5-year-old lies. Tainted meat. You perform. Where did you get some performance enhancing from tainted meat? I don't understand how you got. What did somebody inject your meat?
So that's what we're talking about: people who take accountability and those who don't.
That is not a taking accountability at all. That is
right. That's the people who don't and say something stupid.
That's basically just reverting back to being 5.
Now you just look ignorant.
Well, looks like we're going to be cutting this conversation short today, which is okay. I didn't have another topic of the day to discuss, so I'm glad we were able to touch a little bit on what's going on with Sha'Carri Richardson and the Olympics and their stupid ban on marijuana. Yes, it is horrible and horrific what she unfortunately is not going to be able to get the record or get or even perform in something she's worked so hard to do and be in. But lesson learned, Sha'Carri. Again, check us out. Honors Radio, 3 days a week. Podbean Live. Links are always available in the bio. Now, we'll be right back with more Honors Radio and your host, Dangerous Dante Smith. And remember, Honors Radio now has a patrons-only section available for our loyal listeners who want to donate to Honors Radio to keep our operation running smoothly and the content running fresh and informative. Head over to patreon.com/Honors Radio and become a patron of Honors Radio, where we'll be housing not only the limited edition topics of the day, but also our sports talk will soon be added as well. And we'll also have a number of live sessions only our patrons can see. So you don't want to miss out on any of the behind the scenes, any of the bloopers. You don't want to miss out on any of those things. All new patrons will also be receiving special Honors Radio swag. Each and every one of our new patrons will be receiving something in the mail, especially from us here at Honors Radio. We do appreciate you again being loyal listeners of Honors Radio. Go ahead and make sure you are sharing and make sure you are following Honors Radio each and every day as that live link pops up on your screen. Take the time, click the link, and join the conversation. Are back with Honors Radio and your host, Dangerous Dante, and our beautiful co-host, Emmy J.
You're so sweet. You always say such nice things.
Because I'm a nice guy like that. Now, this was, again, another special edition Saturday show. We don't normally do Saturday shows, but we needed to bring you some heat today. We wanted to also discuss about Sha'Carri and also the Olympic ban as well. We thought that was very important to touch bases on that. Welcome, DW Design to Sell, to the studio audience. Go ahead and hit that. Don't do any of that. The show is already over.
You know who did know about the show?
Who's that?
The Patreon.
The patrons did know about the show ahead of time. Go ahead and do me a favor. Go ahead and copy and paste that Patreon link for me and put it in your browser and pop over and join us as a patron of Honors Radio. We do appreciate you. Thank you so much for throwing down the beans as she has thrown down the beans as she steps right into the studio. We do appreciate you, DW Designs. And as always, we've had an amazing Saturday show. And we've served up the nation's top news and discussed some great topics. But as we know, it's dinner time and I'm hungry. It's time to go. Angry. Now, there's going to be for us today here at Honors Radio. Yes, the next show will be on Monday at 7:30 Central Standard Time. So be here, be square, as they used to say back in the day. I just showed my age. Now, again, that's going to be it for us today here at Honors Radio. Sorry about that. I want to close the window. There was something flying in on us there. With your host, Dangerous Dante, and our beautiful and amazing co-host, Emmy J. We've just served up the nation's top news from Podbean Live. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit that follow button, subscribe, whatever it says, so you can know exactly when we're live, when we go live. Now, share, subscribe, and help us build Honors Radio from the ground on up. Don't forget to check out honorsradio.com for all the past shows, special updates. The blog, it has a ton of information on it. honorsradio.com. Remember, we also now have our patrons only section for our listeners who would like to become a part of the Honors Radio family and donate to keep our operation running smoothly and our content fresh and informative. Head over to patreon.com/Honors Radio or honorsradio.com/become a patron. To become a patron, go ahead, click that Become a Patron button, and voila. You are now a part of the Honors Radio family. You'll help them serve up the nation's top news that you care to hear. Join us again Monday at 7:30 Central Standard Time as co-host Emmy J joins us in the studio to discuss more of the nation's top news, nation's top silliness, and talk some more bullshit. Don't forget to share and subscribe to Honors Radio and have a blessed night Saturday. Happy birthday to my brother, William Smith. Stay up, man. Old news, love news, real news. We got it all, baby. We appreciate you. One love, and we out.